Today, na the 19th day of March, 2021. Some people go say, Tigipole, it's the 20th already. Depend on who say you day. Because say on Fridays, for the one the way they Europe, and the rest say, we can do enter done on the next day. But, what thing we want for discuss today? Looking back. Maggie Sky, they ask you for rewind and come back. No, just talk small. Because I guess say the songs them way we don't play tonight suppose for do something in you. If you not do nothing, please put your hand up. Because we need special session with you. For bring you come back. Make Salona lost you. But for today, many of times I believe say you don't sit down, you look back upon your upbringing and say, tell God thank you. I say, how I wish we for do A, B, and C. You can look back and say, hey, Salon. Onoge culture. Why be the grab up? Waiting I know about my country. Na school, history, waiting and teach we about Sierra Leone. History, Sierra Leone. How in depth the history where you do na school. We salon na been paramount. Where you go sit down say, yes. Now 60 years they cancel. If I say make you can pull story for Sierra Leone in 60th anniversary, waiting you sabi. You able look back and say, I wish they could have, taught us more. So that at least we can able to tell our own story. The one thing with Salomon and Sabi, Pedro da Sintra, Sarah de Loa. If you press her, I don't think say the patient now. But some man go say, looking back, maybe. Now that make we lost part of our heritage. Or for say, no. Salomon just quick for adapt to other person in own. Not to the upbringing. What you make they give you the different why they give you so that it's an open field today. But just looking back and compliment and say, no, me, I wish this na so them for be don't do am. Or this na I make this. You understand? I know say a lot of times for we get picking them na the diaspora. Now them bring we up. Now I make if I say today, there we all go get picking at the diaspora. We they make sure now for the picking no more. Let them can't tell we waiting they know but who side them people then come out. I will get for doing self now. So I don't go na tip for begin for train the picking them who born na the diaspora. One particular day na just the picking them. Unless if we not go make like the picking them talk. But na just the picking them while the picking them tell we waiting and sabi but the country where them people then come on. So you don't talk all kind about team but salon to you picking. I mean another thing picking then then they can't tell we. But waiting I they say so because you know waiting. That Holland. I don't say it's an open field. Yeah? When you look back, when you think, you say, no, that's not correct. Or, no, that was right, Or, I wish, say, na so and so, na so it don't happen. everything. If na food, na culture, na you name them, na open one. Eh? All right. Let us come with Nancy. Make we hear wetin Nancy get for we today. Yes, Nancy, you get the platform.
Yes, good evening, everybody, or good morning, wherever we day. Uh, for me, what I have to say, we get a very rich culture, you know, but I think say because of the colonial thing, make a lot of stuff then change. The culture it begin for change because when you look at somebody in culture and then you bring come your own, begin tell and say your own culture not relevant. This one and the civilized one, you find out say the other side they begin look at themselves as if their own culture now uncivilized culture, now you na civilized. So basically now so they end up for do because when you look at them, even for educate back in the day for let you go school, you get for change your name. You get for change your name for let you go able for go school. So then your English name. Otherwise, they go school. You know, from Suri to Daniel, from wherever, then they make you change your name. And as you dey change your name, then they bring you into their your institution and begin for change your lifestyle slowly. As time goes, you find out say people then begin for change. But when you look at, I wish them for be done they encourage more of we culture and teach we more of we own history because now them parts of the world, yeah, the picking the young baby, they don't begin teach about in country. That's why they're patriotic. But for we, I believe say I make people then kind of selfish. Now only few they find out say they're very patriotic, you know, because then I think we they teach person. Just look for instance America. They don't care whether you be. They don't care. No see they like the ala but for the America, they know they joke about that. But for we salon, ask somebody today and tell and say, I will give you this money. Tell me something about una what's in una can we go now on a diamond area and make like dig. That small chicken change we don't get. Wallahi they carry go, you go give forget say na riches they go give that person. That person they give you penny, in they get quadruple of wetin just because as long as in one they get there. So they find out say that patriotism I make no day because they no start the foundation is very weak. And with culture, when you look at look when we can get African Child's Day, I normally they see, and Fridays, sometimes see people they wear Africana. So with culture, it look they change. I don't say we're very diverse because we get Nigerians, you know, we get a lot of people the way they come in, Guineans, we don't come in. But then we have a lot of tribes them also we get different culture, different way of dress, even all them one and we know they keep them, you know. Good for the Nigerians, then they keep their own, but for we I think now that I regret most like why we know they keep with culture is so rich and beautiful when you look at her. Because I remember my granny, even get her small red bead there, so small red bead them panting and they call her ebet. He says so back in the day, because me no ever use them, but when me before my granny die, pull them from inside in box now give me. I look at the thing like, okay, what me they do with this? I know they put nothing in myself, but what I have to do with this? But now looking back now, I see say yes. Then telling this if they see them now. Then small, I don't know if people then they where they listen, where maybe they get a memory of that. They call
Yes,
the
that
bit.
red bead, that
Small,
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 small
all in the
red bead,
tie
yes, then get the
now
black
is
one too.
right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And some na boku boku one, some can put boku boku one,
Uh-huh.
then some can just
Mm-hmm.
put one or two.
Mm-hmm, yes, especially like the woman or if then they do like society thing where then they pull, you they see then they put down the boku one, then they make that lankono, na ina be we culture that lankono, then tie and pie and then they put that boku bead there and then they maybe plant you 3 or 4 gold BM, put jege and all that, we culture a really rich. So now the granny and I make are able for see that because he able for show me all them thing and they way opening box. Like I say, grandma, what are they do to them thing there again? Because they see them again. All that's wipe off slowly, slowly, slowly. Even the storytelling, the dancing at night when the moonlight they shine, people then they dance. Now then they tell the history, tell you about them full amount sabi bin Koro, how it come about, say it can become the king of the, and take care of him. People there would I fed, tell you about my bure, and how which make Bible be the first, how be they get information, how them feel say Bible na be extraordinary person, he get superpowers, he go under water for 7 days and we come out with a sword, we get two sharp hands and all them stories then they we be say I not being even maybe I don't know, maybe I did class one or two. When my granny they tell me about their story, then they tell you about them powerful figures they are so them Madam Yoko, all them powerful figures they had, and they tell you, able for tell you about them. But when you go na school, then they tell you more of the European history and all of them one and they. And when you look at them, when you come at them country there, they don't even know about the history. Now we know more the study about the history. We know everything about them more than we know about ourselves. That's I really dey regret why Sierra Leone call today na salon. Ask somebody wetin dey go on na salon. Wetin are the news today? Believe me, they no go tell you, but ask them about America. Dem go tell you everything. Even if dem dey dress na dem motorcar and whatever, dem dey put American flag or UK flag. Dem go wear dem clothes and whatever. Dem dey sing song, wear Jamaican flag or wear US clothes and all that. But for let dem use we own culture and dress that way dey easy for let you see them do that. It's like we know they celebrate am. That's na I feel say we really, really need for go back, take a step back and begin for bring those stuff. We get parts of we culture we're not that good, yes. We can get rid of that, but the good one we need for keep. The good one we need for keep. We get a lot. We get a lot of norms them we be say they know but then they all now out of ignorance too because a lot of people don't know how the things that they work, you know. But the culture is really, really very rich. And that's Namio regret to have. He say with people that they not do enough for keep them. They're not doing enough. I don't know what you think, but I feel say they're not doing enough for keep the culture. And I make people them confused these days. They don't even know which one are we real culture. But I know say like the Lepi are the full as they own. They say we all get similar culture. The only difference is maybe the material we they use. Nine not the different sometimes. But all the tribes that we get, all the tribes them combine the cultural dressing is really nice, but with people then they make with the loss am. Now only few musicians themselves nowadays you see them they wake up like I don't know Mariba or Cardi B, we except they dress where they sing, you know. I think I don't know what you think, but I think that that's na new waiting self and the history they really need for start them at an early age for let the beginner understand about Sierra Leone, about we heroes, then send the peer, all the one and this. I don't know. For we need for talk more about them. Even build like then clock towers they also where them boss span they go and build. All that in for replicate the European style. You can build a structure like just a nice tall spiral build the way we say it transparent people then will go up there and just put the history there. If you put them everywhere, students then can go there and go learn. People then can go there and ask. Let we tell the stories about we country, about we heroes, about how the white man then waiting drive them when we get we independence. Now the mosquito them because they not be understand. They mean just they die and people then and they live. They know they see their nothing, know they happen, and they no more they die like flies. So we gain our independence quick because they fit to say They don't they don't come more Spanish disease. So basically we na the mosquito they help we follow we get we independence as an ally, you know. Otherwise maybe it will be a problem because looking at Sierra Leone, how beautiful it is, and the shower day we water it fresh and all that, then be ready for stay until the likes of Baibure and others stood up, fought, plus the mosquitoes all help. So and all that thing and we just need for no ask any Sierra Leonean today. They will describe to you the flag of America or US, America or England, but you ask them what the EU flag stand for, green, white, and blue. Waiting that they stand for. Waiting our coat of arm. I mean, the national anthem, let alone ask people they let them read them. A lot they not sabi, I'm telling you. We don't know a lot of people they don't even know anything about we country. But ask them about another country, they will tell you everything. So me not that regret they are get people.
I thank you very much, Nancy. Before you go, I
Oh,
just get one question for ask.
okay.
The bead where woman then they put now waist. Even right
Mm,
now, I know say a lot of young ladies in Sierra Leone then they use bead. But
yeah,
unfortunately, not to that we bead like that one we talk so.
yeah.
Not to dandy then they use. But definitely then they use bead. Then they use it now for fashion, I think. But there was a myth. I don't know if na myth or na reality for say where woman put bead now we
Mm-hmm.
see they get and find shape. You agree to that
Uh,
or you feel say na just a myth?
well, I think it they add on to not just a cosmetic. I think it they add on to the beauty of a woman than a one. Then say when you tie the baby, I think say they able for tell if you your body they grow or it they reduce because with people that are so then they take where you the bead where then tie na you waist if your body cut the bead will begin run down and will tell you say in body done down in need for now so you they take no say your body done and then where you if you they grow and then well now so then say well it they give you shape somehow but I no believe say it dey give you shape. I just feel say it dey make you figure show more. Like just like yeah, where dem can dress, then you put that belt in the middle. It dey give you that figure eight. So I think now that dem dey look for, but figure na thing wey dem dey born you with. And like I don't know you can say if you know to so you know to so them born you know go able forget that because we still get people that will be well bead, then shape not still turn to hourglass, it still did the way I did. So yeah, the bead not just a cosmetic for like woman look very beautiful, and when you don't dress up, you put you dey able for distinguish between the one the way waiting safe. I think the one the way get higher status. I think now status thing back too. Then be the day.
All right. Thank you very
Yeah.
much, Nancy.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you're welcome. We're there for Nancy, eh? But if you self get the opportunity where they call, I want make we talk about this bid small. The bid for say it a give shape. Now myth on a reality or it's just like then they use that one day so that people go able for tie the bid or woman then for able tie the bid so that they go feel like if for say it a give them shape. Eh? Or you believe say yes, it gets in your game way they play it. I'm not too to say triple A and so myself here you for say the bid it a give shape. Like how it's Patrick, the big boy in the house. Make we hear waiting and get for we. Yes, Patrick, looking back, waiting you go don't change, waiting you go modify. Everything goes, sir. You get the platform.
Well, you see, we the with Sierra Leone culture today, most of we culture the war before the war. At least we may dey practice most of we may dey practice with culture there, When we love with culture, we dey eager for do with culture, but the war it affect we so bad that some of them we tradition them, some of them we culture them. We don't lose them. And now technology don't come back now. The the government business that the country back now, they know they teach something then at the school then. They know they talk about some things then at the school then. So, they happen again like before. We go ask we ask some school picking there who's kindly teach a book that we like, like you get enjoyed about the whole one of the best book that done in a salon we they like for read together that but could they teach your books that will like check up the river, Macbeth, Jealousy. Uh, now one wants to begin and now you go ask if they don't read them books I notice every day even still get a literature book that around in school that now the library themselves. I believe they go did it, you know. But them thing and they all not there. So most of that thing and they would lose the value. So now the country as I may say the last who may born, who tell the born we will be get desire. So one be this, so one be this. But right now inside salon you will get a desire for the country so you go up normal. As soon as you don't reach 10, 15, the country don't became decide your own future for you. Instead of you decide the future of the country because we don't do school or what is that you know where you go get good job or all that thing. But with culture, as I say, every nation, every country their unique culture, you know. But it's a pity for we Sierra Leone where we they abandon with culture and tradition. We dey copy other nation dem because I don't know wetin are the reason, wetin are the reason, I don't know because of heading at the population. But as you say, they consider that big area. Like the beach back in the days, most people they may be put up by the woman there because the one where they put in a bundle, they don't do it there for you. Say you man go like her. And me I like am for woman. I not go lie. Where the whether back today the time I select for the player that side. And my own personal experience. I know how that person take am. You know, I like where woman get beat, where they perform. I like for the play with that, where they hold the beat, that's not me. I like that, but now one now you will see people that now but see them be the day and one woman and now. I don't know what yeah, but so all them thing in there. But for say the give shape, nah, and not the give shape. It go tell you if you the pass or not. It's always begin put on waste you waste the bill, the bill they tell you say yes. You know what? So woman the fatness and the way she dey go or the tie, so a woman there. So now the lady go, naturally. But most women they when they begin put on weight, whether they put on weight, now on the tie and the waist now they you see that side of the and actually now it dey cause trouble for man dem. But with culture, we really need for the pass on. As I always dey say, where school law, where the school the law, the one that where get family there up country, you know. So they send you pikin dem go there for that 1 week or 2 weeks. Let dem comot freedom. Send dem go school dey lock for how many 1 month and a half. Even if na 1 week, let dem go take am na up country. Let dem learn by tradition. Even if everybody get village. You na Creole, you na this o, the one that dey surrounding. around the area. They now, although now all the surrounding village, they hold on to city now inside Pretoria. You know, like then region, Kent, all the Rochelle, all them turn to city now. So, but still, but saying you begin go up country, let them go land, let them go see how life is na the up country. You go surprise it, say one of the cousin, African the born. This Bobo dey tell me, but he know one day go connect. And when they tell I go connect, say no one dey go there. I say wetin do? Wetin happen? You know one go. They dey tell me say the native for go do this. But now you papa and mama come, you know. But the thing is, I believe say the thing the reason why make and go think they don't bell and say we go there go put up and pop. So na that is the a one balance that thing. But you no go able balance am because papa na chief. Mama na top support somebody na relative sef. So e no go able balance am no matter wetin e do, e no go able balance am. So and e don turn of age, e don mature so much that na one day you go see dem go kidnap am sef carry am go, you no go believe. But and we no dey worry about im business. But if dem don be the carry am go from where e small, I mean for excited for go. No say when they select the car and go Corona village, but not we do turn up to village. And Papa and Mama the village, they're all the way inside Sandoyanda. But what's the main reason, you know, want talk, you know, but that the thing and the care you picking they go, let they go land life up country. If now beyond Waterloo, some people that they say, some picking that they say, they not even cross Waterloo. They not even cross Waterloo. You know, they don't so fraternize them now. Whether they talk about up country now, like like the one that were there, na stranger, they. Or they know the part of Salon. Now this, now the other thing, like they know the part of Sierra Leone, but they forget so Sierra Leone is a big country. So we left for well, now the way the government they handle it, where they centralize everything back in the town. Very big. We culture now a good thing. Like me, as I say, let me Sunday that they work in talk, and the poor they say me motor poor they drive lift around. The radio, the Sarah Network radio. Some of the people that they ask me, like the other guy, the white guy, he try to catch the language, but he figure out that this is not Jamaican language. This is not pidgin. He try to catch that. He finally now ask me, is this English or one mention I think me don't get the experience if it's in a Ghana language. I said no, this is Sierra Leone. So say but in the case the some part English, in the case some part, they confused. But that they make, I don't get so many Nigerians that want to pick up that ask me, are you from Nigeria? Because of the music that where they play na the radio, no more now your music that are similar back with the other Nigerian song that the beat in there. I say no, I'm not from Nigeria, you know, because why did they not motor car they drive around? Now more I listen to because why I switch to radio, listen to news. But that make me feel good that somebody they ask about my country, you know. So yes, person want know because that is person curious. We the one know, but if want know more, they say who say this music, this or whose language, this. That will give me an opportunity for experience because we they do lift it, they meet all kind of people, you know. So what to me they say to we people that before I left, let we know the abandon we culture. Now that they make we who that we the white man or the break the other culture and tradition in the past, they made they stick on the which is the way they picking the bond that the pass and give the picking to grow up inside and the way they say bond that the pass and give the pick and all it changed because And landed they meet the parents that they meet, which they call tradition. Although with technology world, the technology world for make with tradition for more better. Which I mean example, like some of we society, the way that they make a eating. Why would not they make festival? Like who me they get them to call show the way people that they can make, but now they don't make a show now fearful now people that they free, Like before that I can't show that we really forget anything and the people that all man the time. I remember me last cacao show na kono where Mama just take power. Wow, that was the best. And, I was just cacao show that was 1986. But tradition now will make her fearful. You go meet excuse me, I not try for offend anybody, you go meet Ojaman where they argue with other auntie man, you go say, you go see, I go show you. You go see Wendy man, you go see Bangmani man. Like now what is a big thing like people that they make for them make them thing and for the make we picking there for the love and for the, even the like we made talk about Roncoat the other day. We say we go salute one to one or let people that know. All them thing they do not for the afraid for the weather thing there for more improve and love for let people look the Caribbean. We see the Caribbean festival like I can go the Caribbean and at Toronto. I don't go the twice of that thing up Toronto today. Go attend that. It was lovely. The Caribbean they get all over because they wanted the thing fun. For be a body, for be a like a yoke of people that say, if you mention Bank Bunny, hey, the name alone self. I did tell you one guy then I walk you should do who return work is I said then Bambani the way that whether can come on I can know then to know me small. She said no even call that name day. That's what's in the for that name day. I know you try for offend nobody. Eh, I said I don't try for offend nobody. Me say na society man. I don't want to talk to you because I don't want tied that say society. If just a tradition, just a culture where the part of food, not for matter, but then I make the young one and not today no one even interested because I would don't make an salon, like say now spirit something, not what we will talk on radio, but we will just say no more for the technology for make echo for improve. Where they say, oh, today they pull onto like where Padu can come out. Padu was a social. That's it. That's it for me. Social. But time we don't have Padu one can turn to fat. Padu, if Padu and Blood Mary meet now trouble. But now that's social day for me. Let people they enjoy, let people they feel like say, oh, we go dance pad, we go dance poro, we go dance bangban, we go dance soko. All that thing and they. Therefore be that social way there. So the young people themselves they go the love for Sian, they love for God there. But salon, hey, that not mention certain society world. If they don't try to you, they'll see they go die tomorrow. And I don't get for tonight.
Thank you very much, Patrick.
Yeah.
Yeah. The phone line open. You want to be part of the program? You can call and be part of the program. Looking back, the things then where you feel say we need for modify, we need for change, or we need for all with you and then things then they already talk about. Okay? Make you come with this caller. Yes, caller, you can introduce yourself for we, please.
Hello, Triple Emina, Eric George.
Yes,
I had a
Eric.
call from Switzerland.
Looking back, waiting you are falling at table.
Yes, a very interesting topic you put today na the platform, but culture, you know. Me na Creole by tribe, and me not to anyway, not to tribalistic person, but I really like culture because like you always they say, people, you for know thyself, know yourself, know your roots, na a good thing. When you know your roots, you will know how to guide yourself in life. All human being on earth get a root where they come out, you know. For me as Creole person, I grew up in a Creole home way. I mean, we know the panel society business, but as I don't grow up for be an adult, I grow up for like culture because now that one day they take for identify you. When we did na them with man country, then go ask you, say you come out, you say na salon, and then people then go one be interested for no waiting at your culture na your country, you know. So like now as soon as Switzerland we may get a cultural like intercultural something where they organize where each country they present in country in cuisine. So I mean opportune for participate about three. I don't participate in that program there about 3 years, 3 times. So every day I try for present salon cuisine. Waiting now we cuisine, you know. And the interesting part of it, people intend for like we cooking, you know. Then discover things the way they not be know before. Whether they all now because of the roots, na culture, you know. So me go advise people them, let them they tell them picking them but then history. Me I get me 13-year-old girl picking. Like okay, come on salon when 9 year. You not too know much but in country you say come out. But time to time I can try for teacher. Say now this and this will happen. Now we country. The good, the bad, the ugly. They need for know, you know. Because him as an African Pekin, when you go to school, in real identity, an African. Not a white man Pekin, an African. So in need for know in root, you know. I may also get a lot of African marks. I get a lot of African beads from countries to countries they were on travel, you know, because men are pursue like culture. One day I did talk with somebody in a phone. Okay, we did on a video. I did show the environment of me house. So he see the African marks. He begins to say, oh, this not evil thing. Then teach you in a Bible school say this, blah blah. Blah blah blah. Then they carry evil. I said no. And I get nothing for do with you. There is nothing, no spirit in them. Now this now with culture. You go Nigeria, people don't do sculpture things. You go now all them big museum in England today. You go see Nigerian sculptures, African sculptures on that side and they. We they pay with money for go look painting and they. Now the museum then they. Why can't we get a museum in our country where they portray with culture? You know? Then they all go help for build the tourism in our country. You know? Even with man and they get their own culture. You get written and call the lodge, the Freemason. This is their culture. You know, get for condemn them. You get the Egyptians. Then get the culture. Most of them, the mummies, you can find them in museums in Europe today. We they pay with money for go watch them. So now the way we will go teach we picking them, from generation to generation. Let them able accept them culture. Let we not make them too fearful to them, you know. Because when you make them too fearful to them, they're not gonna get that kind of interest. So we need for decolonize we picking their mind, you know, teach them the the African history, the African culture. This is not way of life. They're not going. You travel any side of the world. Once you're an African or black skin person, they know you as African. That's your identity. You know. So I mean, let them create books. Then we picking and go they learn, but then in culture. One day I look on Facebook, I see um, um, this lady Moiwo, this a journalist. He writes one book, but now picking book them where they
You
say
talk about Vicky Rimo.
Vicky Rimo, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, where they talk about A is for Akara. I've been so be astonished with waiting he do. That's a wonderful piece because I mean, picking in the na villages where they don't ever see apple, it's our apple town, you know, because like me the time I've been this alone, I do humanitarian work. I go to some village then where motoka, motoka not the good day. Now only humanitarian motoka like them UN and Red Cross motoka they go on the inside and they. So I expect them picking and then deep forest and they for know much about civilization. They are within their cultural environment. Now that one they didn't know, you know. So I mean, this is a good program. I tell you thank you for this program. At least let me discuss more on this. Then kind of thing for educate we picking them. Anyway, thank you for giving me the platform, Triple A. Thanks
Thank you
very
very
much.
much, Eric. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, well, that's Eric in presentation today. The book where it talk about where Vicky Rimo do na Adama loves Akara. Na picking book where he write. He say he gets inspired by taking care of his own son. And now we have a book. Amara. Adama loves Akara. Well, I think he go refer the Amara you know. Yes, Adama. Waiting you get for it today, ma.
Okay, me just want talk about small about the bees.
Carry on.
My one regret, the one regret was that when we they grow up, me grandmama and me mama, they get all sorts of bees then, all colorful, they're small ones and very beautiful colors then. And so when I come to this country, one day I call home and my sister tell me say, Mama no one wear those beads anymore. I say, what you know? Because they're gonna mosque, because my parents are not be Muslim. They are late now. My mama and papa they are late. So because they're gonna mosque, so one day they say the man, the hammam, they tell them for say, oh, you're not Muslim, you're not supposed to wear those things. And I said, what? I said, who said that come out? I mean, why religion and they dictate to culture? I don't think they are the same, really. So I tell my sister, I say, okay, keep all those things for me. Triple A. By the time I go home, me don't know what happened. My sister, they say, me don't know what happened. Somebody can house, mama gear. I said, why am I going to get that? What mama they gear? They give is they're so expensive. Triple A. If you go to Macy's and JC Penney, all those expensive department stores. I am telling you, those are particular bees that if you see that bee with, they are so expensive. Just like the way that small bees and where be there, where I know about home. I regret so much that I was so angry I could not imagine. So that is one of the things then in our culture where I really regret. And I think some of us we will not come to this country, yeah, or we don't go to other European countries. We don't forget or we pretend to not to know. Because you see, where I can go home, I don't tell you this story before. That when I go home, me no dey wear no pants, no nothing. Me dey tie me head strip away. Me dey tie me lapa. I dey wear me slippers. But for whatever reason, somebody go pick me up. One day, the mommy they cost me na me dey for say me they pretend for say me na they are born. You know, look how I tied the lapa. And my sister always want for react. I can always tell my sister, don't. Because I enjoy these things, you know, triple A. Because even I can day with because my brother, it be they do business with one fuller man that even when among those people, they think I'm a fuller. You know, so it's like people always they mistake me, and I can then as society they talk about me, and I love that because I don't know why, but this is always the thing that I face where I can go home. I don't know somebody, I don't know none of these people. They just whatever reason, one day I'm gonna market with my sister. This woman, it begin for talk all kinds of things about me. So I tell my sister, don't say anything, and I buy more to am. We go to the supermarket, I buy most things then with for that woman dey. So where will they come out? Inside Mende, deep Mende, triple A. Now I tell this woman. I tell her I do, and Mende, how is they, how is the family, how is everything, triple A. If that woman be gets heart problem, forget heart attack. It gonna grown. Yes, it the bag, every all the market woman lady. I say, what you wanna beg me for? I say it's okay. You know, because and sometimes people they tell me for say, oh, you they speak your language. Oh, triple A, I can get so mad with them. I say, don't insult me. What is this? Because you don't kind of other person in your own country. So you don't forget about your own culture altogether. Like, you know, they do that as an insult to me. That's how I look at it. Because of course I come out I was the age of 17, but it doesn't mean you know, I mean what people they can't tell me for say, me know you talk my own language. Me don't forget, me na you know, me na Igbo, how do they call you? Because so those are the things me I regret. Because some of us we don't forget. And even some of the things when we go home, triple A, I am not lying to you. One day I see somebody, a wear coat, winter coat, triple A, and boot. Ah, I said to myself, what the hell is this? First of all, that's not the weather. Why they are doing this over here because of the temperature, the because of the climate. It's not. So me where I can go home, I they just sit down, they enjoy things and what people they do out of control, like the bike riders. They how why would they wear jackets? Okay,
The,
then say
the one is saying the wind. Because then
yeah,
gets the
but
best jackets then at on the bike. That's the and then
yeah,
saying
but
because of the wind, the cold.
I'm
Now
telling
I
you, yeah,
make.
but triple A, they are even here. They call windbreaker. Like now, spring they come. It's very light. You know what they talk about? Okay, that they ride the bike for so long, but if you go don't ride, come pull on. Triple A, then they put their hats na the head. They wear their thick jackets. Me they just sit down and they look no more. I said, "Oh, first of all, they don't know for say that they raise their temperature because your body get for sweat. Why would they sweat? So they will lower our temperature. But people they don't know all the thing in there. And sometimes, you know, triple A, I know they talk much because when you say something, they say, oh, but come on, yeah. Oh, if you say better pass anybody, oh, you know, Napoto. So me know you talk, oh. Me no justice, you don't know how to look at it in. So those the things that I regret. Because you know why? Because to me, it's a shame that a white man they go yonder and they see the way what would they behave. Where would they with Denaya? Hmm? They do their own thing. Okay, they say you know do as the Romans do. We're okay. We are here because of the weather. And they wear pants. Of course, I have to. But when me go home, Triple very hardly you see me. Anybody they see me, they wear pants. Only maybe the tights because I have to wear the. Uh, mm, I wear tight sometimes. Where they wear something, if I dey go like I dey climb up, you know, I dey drive, I dey go na poda. So I can wear something so I can cover myself because if you raise your foot, you know what I'm talking about. That's it. Yeah, rather than that, you know, they see me at the well, like me na opportunity. No, I don't do that. So those are the things we may regret. Triple A. To me, it's a shame that we they forget with culture. You know, it's really. I not they say anything. I just, you know, sometimes I just think to myself, okay, you know, but I know some people here they go home and this is things that they do. I don't understand. I'm not saying you should not wear pants, of course, but not the way that you do over here. You know. So let me own that. Let me own thing I put at table. Let me own thing anymore. People, I love our culture. It's very rich. Believe me. Like I always tell you, I cannot wait to go back home. I think I don't think that too long. So that's not me on today. Thank you very much.
I thank you very much, Adama.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Okay. Yes.
We don't get from Adama. Make we bring come doctor. Make we waiting doctor get for we today. Yes, Dr. Isatuka Kejalo, you get the platform.
Yes, hi. Good evening, everyone, and happy Friday. I hope so everybody do well. Thanks to all the previous contributors them for their contribution, for within them think about, the culture, very interesting. And I think for me, I'm not gonna say I regret I get, but I feel say there's a recommendation or something I feel say we for try for do for really help, the young ones them, for make them go really learn salon history. And I also agree with Eric, where he talk about the museum them. And I will say this because, we I take art course, now college, you not only they take the course, then they make let you go visit a museum. You visit the museum and also you get for write a report. So I don't know if not something where then they do for the university students them or the college student them, if then they do that, it can really help for make them go explore a lot about Sierra Leone culture, some of the histories them maybe we will not able for learn a classroom. You go, you really see the work of some of the artists them we don't do, sculptures them, we really can showcase or show a big thing about the country. I think doing that it help a lot. And for me picking them, basically, the one then within then elementary school, then I get two in the middle school, then can take them on a trip. If not to this COVID-19, every couple of weeks they see, then they send form na host for make them go somewhere, for make them go try for explore the environment, for explore the history, about the country, and waiting them picking them now this country. Me, I have to say, because what my kids learn, I wish I had that opportunity to do it growing up. Waiting and they learn at school, for their age and about their country is huge. It's huge. You go see, because I get somebody with a second grade and sixth and then eighth grade. So within them don't learn about their country. By the time when they reach high school or even college, it's like American history for them now, like nothing. Then will really tell a story about the country, talk about the different presidents. Them, they see what and then are like fourth grade. Then one of them memorize all the presidents them way them we don't get, like them for learn and by song, them for learn and by memory, so like because I they see all them thing there when they count their homework, way we they do some of them together, it's really impressive to tell you the truth. And I hope say we standards them we can to schooling go change. Those are some of my recommendation. I really hope say they understand say for make picking learn about in country now a big deal, because that not something where you grow up, any side where you go na the world, you go able, talk about your country without no regret or without even thinking that what this is my Independence Day, this is what the flag is all about. This, like all the different things. And because, trust me, even if you send a camera at the street, Tripoli, there are some people who don't know certain things about the Sierra Leone flag or about, when, what brought about, the name for Salon. It's like, they might have heard few things, but there are some people that would still need to be, enlightened so that they will constantly understand, what Sierra Leone is all about, how the country came about, how we end up with the cotton tree and all this. I know there is a museum on Shaka Stevens Street, right, not far from the cotton tree. I've never entered that museum, but I think saying as something where really would be nice for let them make them in a way that where people then go really get the urge for go visit the museum, and also the cotton tree will get for really beautify that place. They let that place there, because we all know it signifies something great part of the country. Yes, I know there was a time people had different thoughts about it, but then if you look at history, it means a lot to our nation. So it will be very nice for law we see how best we can improve them thing. And they and even if they have to build a better museum or something different from whatever we have in town, so it's bigger, where people then come, then go rush for one, go see that place there. But it all depends on how we want for develop the nation, because you they see here, when people then come off France or then come off all over the world, they want to go to the Statue of Liberty, right? The Statue of Liberty, me self will be waiting at New York. It took me many years before I even make a trip there, right? How I end up for the first time na Ellis Island. I take me boy picking will be the fourth grade, because then we get a school trip. So I get for do a chaperone, right? So we all learn thing that they happen. Why make you visit in the dorm during the elementary school days? So we then at college, to them, they already learned the American history. They already learned. And when you go inside there, Ellis Island, actually, for those of you that have been there, I know many of you have, Salon history, it inside it. How they end up now the United States, it's there. So these are things that we can actually do with our children living overseas. Take them in these places that that talks about Africa. Even the African burial ground within New York here. These are things that we can actually do for our kids. We already live in the diaspora, so that we take you picking back home, then can really talk about Africa as a real African, origin, not to somebody no more, okay, because you don't born America and America no more, No, we want to be proud. Even if you think about it, the language or they talk to them, I think we don't do a program on that. We try for speak with language to them, because I go back home and then they talk, inside your native language, then it look foreign to them, it looks strange. No, I want let me begin and feel say then African, even though they were born here, but they are Africans, because no matter what you do, like Eric said, your skin color automatically make you an African. No matter whose part of the world you born, that part of we, it's African, and with the hope say Salongo land, some of them think they try for expand on with history, and really make, school picking them and also other people in the country try to understand the nation. The only thing about that bid thing where you be the question, myself, I not believe say it make person get a beautiful shape. You were born with it. If you not get them, you not gonna forget them.
So the bid not they
Period.
put on there.
You know they
Okay.
put on it, but like
Alright.
it's more like, okay, let's say it would kind of look at it like a layer to your body, right? So maybe if you put them, then you wear a dress, maybe in it's being underneath, it kind of give you a little bit of a figure, right? For make it that clothes they look nice, just like how Nancy would say we tie a belt, right? The belt will give you a little bit of shape based on your size and everything. But beyond that, we all hear that. So we wear the bead, it give you fine shape. Me I be dey go visit na Guinea, holiday because na dey me parent and from come out. Why I go over there and give me, I no want am. Yeah, I never liked it, to tell you the truth. I mean, and please, some people do love it. I get a small sister where she wears it till this day. Even at this America, you get her. Where they pull into that, I they see the bead there in my hand. Now, so why do you do that? I do wear them. I say, okay, for waiting. So and you know what? So that shape thing, if I even think about it, would make me wonder, maybe that's what she thought, right? So the way we are built, I could see she thinking in her head she's gonna get a little bit bigger like all the other siblings, or the girls. But that's not happening. It doesn't happen. You are not born with it. You're not going to have it. But if you feel like it's gonna do it, it's just a thought process, keep it up. Maybe it would happen in the imaginary thinking, but I don't think so. Now that no mommy gets for say tonight, and I want to say, happy Friday, TGI F.
Thank you very much, Doctor.
You're welcome.
Alright. Well, now then the doctor gets for we today. And the phone line is still open. Oh. We get, when they reach out, the one that will be don't call, we they reach out to them. We talk about just looking back and the way you look at the way you been come up and everything. Then we talk. Yes, Ayo, you get the platform, sir. What do you get for it today?
Yeah, Triple, thank you. Now this culture business, culture is very important, It's Roy even think about culture from one of his songs, Have Mercy. Children, you got to know your culture. When we one or two or three are gathered together, there got to be some love. That's probably what he's trying to say. Different cultures then meet together. There has to be some love, if you listen to the song, But the problem here is, me, I'm not so much fascinated with going to a museum to watch look at African artifacts. Yeah, because mostly they tell you from their own perspectives. Because most of the things they've would then bring them kind of yeah. But culture, not to stick with.
I don't know, Ayo, but would they lost you? The line they go bad small?
You get me clear?
Loud and clear now, sir.
Okay, what I'm going to say, I say culture is not something we do on an individual basis. It has to be collective, like government are then supposed for developing things than they, because like every chiefdom, they're supposed to have their own museum where they go take care of their cultural history where people don't go able for go. The people in that area they go learn, and it has to be national. Every chiefdom then get forget their own cultural station museums and within people in the learn about their different cultures, and even they talk about sculpture. There are sculptors in Salon because also within that region we also been the guy who made the bottom, the end bottom now the local guys then the guy was a sculptor, very good. He can go in a bush something 2 weeks where come and so he can do sculpture some beautiful things them, They sell them to them with man them. It just start we develop our own culture then. Now make you see with the lag behind. If you look some of the other African countries, like Senegal, even Guinea, Ghana, those people then develop their cultural heritage, But we don't develop nothing. We just leave everything for decay, Because years ago, he said they left Frabe College in a client town, then it don't turn dirty box. Then things then I think they were them for don't take care of, build them up. So we picking them up, bong and picking them, go get things then for look and say yes, this now how we been done. But individually, we not go for development in the the government then supposed for don't they do them things then they from years. Like the dance troupe, when dance troupe term in the 70s, 80s, how then they talk good about salon dance troupe. I wonder what's in the talk about now. How good are they now? All these things then, That's my submission.
Thank you very much, Ayo.
Yep.
Yes, sir. Looking back, we beloved Sierra Leone. Wait till you go look back, say, oh, I wish I get the power for change Dandy. Now so and so I go don't do. Eh? Suppose we get one more caller. Where would they call? Okay. That one then I'll be called for something else. I don't see our network now, but I see our network. Let me see. Okay, I think we know who. Nobody call. Anyway, good. Before line don't close. Catch them when they are young. From we culture to we history. The thing where you go say, Saloma Lekod Amayon. Now make be ask the question, say, what do you remember them teaching at school about Sierra Leone history? Seriously though. What do you remember? Say them teaching at school. Is it that from young age, just like way doctor they talk about how the society now, the schooling system, they prep the young one them for no more but them. Eh? Even we self, we don't go through citizenship. We know what we get for land but them. The one day where they don't give citizenship na Sierra Leone. Eh? We even then last, was it 20 how many people? Where the president be give 21, I think. We give citizenship, we brother them from the diaspora. Whose cause will they take? Waiting the land, whose question will they be answer? But Salon. Eh? I say no, I didn't come out to go, but at least May they learn something about saloon. Eh? And I will just take them on excursion. Saying that, beaucoup places there na salon we able for teach we history on, but unfortunately, they don't make it in a sort of way na elite and foreigners them, na touristic attraction area them. If you say you want to go Banana Island, you want to go Rikit, you want to go Bonth, you want to go Bonth Island, you want to go all the other areas then they. For good first, the money. Eh? They make them in a form that not only the people we down there under, you know, up yonder, and they able to go there. But what about we in the country? What about we? Before, you get people them will be they make them cultural dress them. The pants, the bags, the beads. You get local people that will be the drum. But let's say when they go salon, I don't know if you see local people like Olamo, they work out on a market to know. Now we go on a beach. Number 2, all the touristic place them, big markets, I don't know if they see them thing they now. So we not get opportunity again. Forget them. I mean the locals. And we go na them big markets, we go na beach, we go na them areas then they. Look the price then they don't come under the wait for you. So we they left some of the little ones them we will get now. We just bill now for the elite them or the stranger them. Now they will just left them for now. So as we they go, now so we they lost. The alpha fund they will be there, now so we they lost, now so they lost, now so they lost, now so they lost, till lost. For we come on at the provinces. We come to the cultural aspect of the provinces. Just like what Patrick say. Then they make them that kind of fearful. Then how could somebody be interested in that? We no commodity. So now the same thing camper that the other day we talking about that Ronco. Oh, if you wear on this and that, if you wear. Now we'll just talk about the bead. Yes, some people in the way they wear them. But that unique one, that small red one, where Nancy be the talk, that unique one to we like growing up, now we sabi for salon woman there. Me, I think say they again no. Then the tie bead, yes. But that one day, no. Me I not say. Tourism. Even right now, they're tourism. All the tourism now for fit for say, make we get thing that will attract people and for come. You know how tourism go boom na salon? When the locals then embrace them, whatever one sell out, when the locals then embrace them, it become embedded in us. Then the one they would do go on for see what thing they happen inside. But we always the all tourism. Say them for come. For can look what thing. What thing they for can look? When we na the country itself, we no know where to get. Rolanda Atkins say we culture, they don't sell them to the one that we're able for buy them. It's all a business now. He say because the country, everybody in a tourist is historian. Eh? Michael Cook say one regret when you get because you know ever go to the provinces. I think we'll be asked that question there, eh? Who say be say don't stop self Waterloo? And they stop. Ah. Well, one triple Mr. Sota will count my finger, decide they want to go it inside saloon. Eh? And that one day, the tanky get for go to me uncle. Maybe some people know him, John Omasa. He did Lowell, Massachusetts. I open my eye na the provinces. Tell me the saloon where they left camp. Me they work with her. They drive around. And we then they done. Myself continue. 1 years there. Where I go say I no don't go. And I miss they drive myself. One thing first and salon. The other they make like say they're so professional for drive. For going to the provinces, I prefer I drive myself. I prefer I drive myself. Matayano he say they don't sell them to China. They are letting not sell them to China. But going to the provinces, know much about the culture, the cultural aspect of the provinces. The villages. I saw a beautiful village the other day, man. I look, yeah, salon fine. Eh? Salon fine. Hey, go subscribe. I need to talk again. I need to talk again. Why they say subscribe to Explore with Triple A. Because thing they will get for Kame. Oh, left and so no more. Not just left and so, not all thing for talk. But we'll go there back tomorrow. Eh? We hope say we go wake up. We go wake up. If us not sell you, treat not go buy you. If us not sell you, treat not go buy you. So I like Ministry of Tourism. Then fit na then go tire. Just like waiting I say, it should be a collective effort. We all, the Sierra Leoneans them, from different neighborhood them. All man for come together, embrace we culture so that people will want to come and see what we get. But without that, you go mona, yeah? If us not sell you, tickets not go buy you. Judge say, he say, remember inside 2009, in be tap na Burundi, and they be they live. In be buy some cultural bags and slippers them. We go sell na salon. He make money out of them. So in believe say, if we build with culture, money dey inside it. Money dey inside it. But in Sierra Leone, we na the pumu there. Aputo. Na the one for please. And left for people. It's like karma. Now make it come back, it backfire. Well, meet the minister of tourism and that parable I go again. If us not sell you, tickets not go buy you. So now we all for try for sales alone before tickets go buy. I like them take 1,000 trip past the trip they don't take goals. I see then they go find tourists, then they don't sign with tourists, this sign with tourists that. Now they go blame Corona, say na Corona. Some of we pa all the Corona who they fet back for go salon. Na love you. Oh, you know. Ask. They didn't tell you. Na love. Okay. You don't know self waiting the day. If you know. Yeah. You can say left that, give that. Also. But anyway. Oh, local thing now. Rolanda Atkins he say the government for include inside the school curriculum for school for get each grade. Okay, for me then get a field trip to historic places in Sierra Leone. Well, not true, but I tell her say, he said then just step and forcing and fighting. Papaya. Alright. Anyway, we'll go there back tomorrow. Till we meet again. Triple say, ta-ta.